Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to take you through what I would normally eat in a day. So there's two things I want to start with. So firstly, I can't eat gluten or dairy, so everything that I'm going to show you is gluten and dairy free. And secondly, about the type of food I cook. So I'm not the type of person who likes to cook food every night. I love cooking, but cooking every night, I just hate it. You know, meat-free veg, I'm not about it. So everything I cook, it might take a little while to cook, but it's stuff that makes really good leftovers. So it's stuff that's gonna, you're gonna have for 4 days, so that you just get home, you just heat it up and it tastes really good. So those are the types of things that I like to cook. So I'm gonna take you through my breakfast first. So this is my absolute favorite breakfast. I'm gonna make curried eggs on toast. So what I do for this is I will boil eggs up the night before and I'll just leave them in the fridge. Usually I'll do about 6 at a time. That'll last me 3 breakfasts, so I just have the eggs in the fridge ready to go. This breakfast is so quick and easy and it's so yum every single time. So I am just obsessed with it. So I've got my eggs and I've peeled them already in here. So what I'm going to do is just get a fork and start mashing them up in my bowl. Just roughly, like they don't have to be very thin, like it doesn't have to be very fine yet, because once we put all like everything else in, it makes it like a lot easier to mash up. So just give it a rough mash up. Alright, and then in a second I'm going to put my toast on. I just like to do this first, like get them peeled for my toast. Get it mashed up first, because otherwise sometimes my toast goes cold if I don't do it quick enough. So that's roughly mashed up, and the bread I'm going to be using, this is the Abbott's Farmhouse Wholemeal gluten-free bread. This is really, really good. I stopped eating gluten-free bread for quite a while because it just made me feel gross and it was really dense, but this is really similar to normal bread. And the other one I also use is the Helga's multigrain or whole grain one. I use that one as well. So I'm shedding at the moment, so I'm just going to have one piece of toast. So I'm just going to put that in the toaster, ready to go. And I'm going to put my bread away. I'm keeping it in the fridge because it's summer, so it makes it last so much longer. Alright, and then what I like to put in my eggs, so I put mayonnaise. I use the Heinz, just normal mayo. And yeah, like this is just made of like some oil and eggs. It's not that bad. Obviously it's not the healthiest thing, but I just put, a little drizzle and it's not that bad. Alright. Then what I'm going to put in, so I put onion salt. This really makes it taste so yum. So just put however much you're going to have to experiment with it, however much you like. I get like the extra large eggs, so there's like a lot of egg in here. Then I just put some like ground up black pepper in there. Obviously don't put pepper in if you don't like it. Alright, and then obviously the curry. So this is like the Keen's curry. I got a giant one from Costco because I eat this like every day for breakfast. So again, just put the amount that you like in your eggs. There we go. As I said, there's heaps of egg in here. Alright, that's what it looks like now. So then I'm just going to mash that up. And as I said before, now that you've got the mayo and everything in there, it all mashes up and mixes really easily. Alright, there we go. And now that is what it looks like. So my toast isn't done yet, so I'm going to make myself a tea. Alrighty, toast is done. I like to put a bit of butter just so it's not like too dry. Definitely don't have to do this. I'm just using Nutellix. Is this the normal one? This is the buttery one. I honestly don't really notice a difference in any of them. I just kind of get whatever one is there. Alright, so my toast is already and buttered. So now I'm just going to put this on my toast. So at the moment I'm only having one piece of toast, as I mentioned, because I am trying to shed down after I had went through a bit of a bulk. So I just put like as much as I like on the one piece of toast. Because I get the extra large eggs, there's some left over. So what I do is I just eat it straight out of the bowl because it is yum. So I'll just eat that. So good. And you might have to, you know, like play around with how much of everything you like. I honestly don't get it right every day, but it just always tastes yum. And, you know, even if you don't like curry, you know, you can just put like a little bit of mayo and some salt or whatever in it. Like, you don't have to have the curry in there, but it's just a really yum, quick and easy breakfast. I used to make scrambled eggs every morning for breakfast. 1, I hate cleaning a scrambled egg pan. 2, it just took so much time. This is so much quicker. So yum as well. Alright, that's what it looks like. My yummy toast. So this is honestly my go-to breakfast. It's just so yum and easy. If you have any other yum, quick, easy breakfast ideas, please tell me, because I know I'm going to get sick of this because I've been eating it every day for like 2 months straight now. So I'm going to go have my tea and my toast, and I'll talk to you guys at lunchtime. Alright, it's lunchtime. I'm hungry, so we're going to make some beef tacos with black beans. So firstly, I'm going to go drain my bean. Alright, so I'm going to cut up an onion. I'm using a purple one because I'm going to make guac, so I want to have purple onion in my guac. I always have a little scrap bowl when I'm cooking, so I can just chuck everything straight in there. Just going to peel off the first layer. Alright, and then I'm going to cube it. My eyes. Alright, so my frying pan's heating up. I'm using macadamia oil because I've run out of olive oil, but this one cooks just fine. It doesn't have any flavour, so... Alright. So make sure the pan's not too hot. We're just going to soften the onion, and you can't rush it. Alright, onion takes a little while to soften. Oh, I gotta preheat my oven. Alright, because I'm having hard taco shells. These ones are just gluten-free, so it's just easy. Sometimes I get soft tacos, but I just feel like they're not made with very good ingredients. Like, I don't feel very good after I eat them. Alright, so yeah, I just get the normal, just plain taco shells. They're literally just made out of like corn and oil or some shit. What are they made out of? Yeah, corn and sunflower oil. So, no gluten. I'm gonna look up a recipe to make my taco seasoning. What the hell? Okay, this has 4.8 stars and there's been almost 8,000 reviews. Chili powder, garlic. Oh, I don't have garlic powder. Or onion powder. I don't have that either. Oregano, that's weird. Alright, whatever. Oh, I forgot I don't have onion powder. We just moved out of like a group house, so like we kind of like halved the spices, and I keep forgetting to get garlic powder and onion powder, so that's fine. Anyways, that's all good. I bought cayenne pepper and this doesn't even say cayenne pepper. Alright, my onion's softened, so now I'm going to put in one of these like little baby cans of corn, because I like my corn to like be a bit like seared in the pan. Okay, now I'm going to put my beef in. I've been getting grass-fed beef. Apparently it's better for you, and it's definitely better for the cows because that's what they would normally eat, not grain, like that's not normal. So, grass-fed beef, means 500 grams. Bam. Okay, turns out I don't really have any of the spices that I need to make taco seasoning, but that's okay. I'm sure it'll still taste yum. So I'm going to put in cayenne pepper, onion salt because I don't have onion powder, some chili, and then cumin. Cumin's the most important part anyway. That's like literally the taco flavor. So that's all that really matters. So I'm just going to start sprinkling it on top. And then I'm just going to taste it as I go and just add whatever I think it needs in. Okay. While that's cooking, I'm going to make my guac. Oh, I really don't think my avocado is... Fuck. This is not right. Oh, I'm looks good. Might just be a wee bit firm, but that's okay. Here, I'll scoop these out. All my eyes from the onion. So there's my avo. I'm going to get a fork and mash this. No, this avocado is good. This bowl's hard to mash. Alright, I'm going to dice up the other onion and you're just going to put in some in the wok because I love fresh red onion. Alright. Moment. Alright. You know, my old manager at Subway literally told me that your eyes, like hurting from onions, is all in your head, and if you just don't let it get to you, it won't. Literally so dumb. Literally, I would just go to Subway, like when I wasn't working, I'd be sitting in the restaurant eating and my eyes would start stinging, and I knew it's because they were cutting onions. Like, my eyes seriously used to be so sensitive to onions. When we were like cooking in like cooking class and everyone was cutting up onions and cooking onions, I literally couldn't see. I couldn't open my eyes. I had to leave. Like, it was bad. Alright, so this is pretty much done. So I'm just going to taste test. I definitely haven't put enough seasoning on. So I'm going to put my tacos in because they take like 5 minutes. So I'm going to have 3 tacos. And what I actually do, I put them upside down in the oven like this, like that, and they like cook so much more like open, so you can actually feel them properly. They don't close up. Alright, taste test time. Alright. Definitely needs something. Definitely needs garlic, but I don't want to put like the crushed garlic. But I feel like just salt. Alright, that should be good. And by the way, I didn't put any chili powder in there because cayenne pepper is actually pretty hot already. So I didn't put any in. And now, this is such a sad amount of guac. You know what, at least it's not going to go bad over the fridge, but literally look how much I have. That's nothing. Alright, I'm going to put a bit of pepper in because I love my peppery, a little bit of salt, and then some lime juice. Alright, mix it all together. Yummy! Yummy guac. Alright, cool. Now I'm going to cut my tomato. Alright, I'm just going to put that straight in a container and wipe down my chopping board. Since it's wooden, don't want it to go gross from the tomato. So, I like to put a decent amount of meat on my tacos because obviously I want my protein in and my good fats from my beans. Now, I didn't mention this before, I don't track my macros. I used to. Now I just try to follow intuitive eating, and from, you know, counting my macros, I kind of learned, you know, what's in what foods and how much of each food to have. So I always make sure I have a source of carbs, protein, and fat. So yeah, I always make sure I have like a decent amount of meat or my protein source in my foods. So I fill them up about like halfway full of meat, and like, don't forget, it's not just meat, it's beans, it's corn, it's onion, like it's not just meat. So now I'm going to put on my guac, and I'm going to put on like a decent amount of this because I want the healthy fats in the avocado. Alright, I ended up putting all the guac in because there actually wasn't even that much. So that's all in now, and it goes nicely across 3 tacos. So now I'm going to do sauce. So there's 2 sauces I absolutely love from Woolworths, and you have to get them from Woolworths. One of them you can't get from Coles. So the first one is this Chipotle sauce. My sister just showed me this. I always looked at it on the shelf and I never got it. It's so yum. This is like a good replacement for like just the salsa, because you have to buy the salsa every time. It doesn't last long, but this lasts in your fridge forever, and it's really yum and tomatoey. And she even puts it like in her mince, like in her cooking. She just uses it like all the time. So I put that on. And then also this is my favorite sauce ever, only for tacos. It's the smoky chipotle. It's by One Night In, and they have like full taco kits and everything, but this brand's only sold at Woolies, not Coles. So, and they also have a creamy jalapeno one, which is really yum, and a habanero chili one, which is really yum but too spicy. So yeah, this is a fresh one. So I'm gonna put both of these on all my tacos. Obviously, if you're really watching like your calories, you know, calories can build up easily in sauces. So I just put, you know, a moderate amount on, but you know, there's no point in eating boring bland food all the time either. Cute. Alright, tomato. And lettuce. I just got like the pre-cut one. Because I didn't want to waste a whole lettuce, but now I'm wasting plastic. Like, I don't know. It's just hard. I feel like next time I'm just gonna try and get like a really small head of lettuce so that I don't waste it, and then I can just put it in like my own bags that I bring, and I don't like waste the plastic. So these are full ass tacos. Like, I don't mess around with my tacos. I fill them up. So that's why I put like the lettuce on top, because I can just shove it in on top. I'm gonna go eat my tacos now, and I'm gonna watch Lucifer, and I am just so ready to eat these tacos. So good. Okay, it's about 3:30 now, and I'm gonna have my afternoon snack. So usually when it's like a work day, I'll just have these nuts that I'm going to talk about in a second, and then I'll have my protein shake after my workout. But I'm not working out today, and I'm a bit hungry, so I just figured I'd have them all at the same time. So I'll show you guys how I make my protein shake. So firstly, I need my milk. So firstly, this is the milk I use. It's the Vitasoy rice milk. Now, this isn't the best milk to drink, I'll be honest. So obviously I can't drink cow's milk, as I mentioned. I don't like to drink soy or almond milk in my shakes because they have quite a strong flavor, and I just don't really like how it tastes. And they're very thick as well. So this is the milk I drink. It's rice milk. I like this because it's nice and thin, and it's quite sweet, so it tastes really good in my shake. And I don't like things that are really like thick and milky, so that's why I really like this milk. Now, if you can eat oats, I would 100% recommend getting oat milk. It's a very similar texture to this, and there's a lot less sugar in it, but I can't eat oats, so I just deal with it and have this milk, which yeah, has quite a lot of sugar in it. So it's really up to you, up to your goals, you know, what you think. I tried to go to almond milk because I'm shedding down, and I just wasn't enjoying my protein shake. So I only put a little bit of milk in, literally that much. Then this is the protein I use, the Tropica Vanilla lean protein. This is definitely the best vegan protein that I've tried. It still is a bit grainy, but I've gotten used to it, and I do really like it now that I drink it with this milk. And I mixed up in the NutriBullet, which really helps it to not be so grainy. So definitely recommend if you can't have whey protein. Yeah, so if you're vegan or you can't eat dairy, I definitely recommend giving this one a try. I know that it's like everywhere on social media, but it really is the best one I've tasted. It's not grainy or just gross like all the other ones I've had. It definitely takes a bit of getting used to. Like, vegan protein is always going to be more grainy than whey, but now that I've gotten used to it, I honestly love it, and I literally actually crave this drink like every day. So yeah, definitely give it a try. So I always get vanilla and then I actually add cacao powder in myself every day. This is just because cacao powder is so good for you. So yeah, I'd rather add it into my drinks, and I definitely, you know, feel a difference in my like health when I'm having cacao powder every day. So just put in however much you can tolerate. It definitely is like a dark chocolate flavor, and I don't like dark chocolate, so I only put in like a little bit, like half a teaspoon or something. So I put that in. I just get this from Woolworths. And then this is new, I started putting flaxseed oil in. Again, this was just one I got from Woolworths. I just wanted to try it before I went spending like a lot of money on one from a health food store. Yeah, just like a teaspoon, I guess I put in. I don't really measure it. This is just because this is a really good source of omega-3s. And just a good source of fat in general. I don't eat seafood, so it's really important that I make sure I get my omega-3s. So yeah, that is everything that I put in. So now, then I literally, for like a really short amount of time, just quickly mix it all together. I just like to get it mixed up. I don't want it to be frothy, I don't want it to be thick, so I do it for a very short amount of time. Then I'm going to have my vitamins. Honestly, I'm so bad with remembering to take these. So I take magnesium and a calcium vitamin D tablet every day, just because I get really bad cramps if I don't take one of each of these tablets every day. And I also have tick syndrome, so the magnesium really helps to subside my tics. And then what I'm going to have, which is what I have every day at work on my last break, is this nut mix. I'm honestly so obsessed with it. It's just so yum. The only nut in here is peanuts. So, you know, if you like one of the other ones they have, definitely get those because it has like more different types of nuts in it. But I just freaking love this one. So yeah, from Woolies beer nut mix, it has like, it's all gluten free. It has like kind of noodles and like chip things, and it has, what's it called? Like dehydrated corn. It's like crunchy corn. It is spicy though. So if you do try this, beware. It's spicy at first, but you get used to it. So I'm just gonna have like, I guess, a handful of these nuts, and then I may as well just have a mango now. It's about $3.50 now, so I might have a mango as well to just try and get my 2 pieces of fruit in. I generally only tend to get 1 in, but I do really try to get 2 in when I can. Fruit is just something that I don't really. Fruit is just something I always find hard to get in and eat. So I may as well have a mango now, and then I'll probably have a bit of a late dinner since I'm eating so much now. So I'm gonna go enjoy my food, and then I'll see you for dinner. And what we're cooking is some Thai red curry. It's really yum. It's a really good recipe that I found recently. So I'll share that recipe with you guys so you can cook it yourself, and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, last meal of the day, dinner. What I'm cooking is, it is a Thai red curry. Now, I use a recipe from this specific website, and it's really different to any other curry I've ever cooked, like red curry, how I'd usually make it, but I love it. So the website's called From a Chef's Kitchen. Okay, and it's called Vegan Thai Red Curry. With cauliflower and potatoes. So it's a vegan recipe, but I like to have a lot of protein, so I'm going to add my own chicken in as well. So I've already pre-cooked the chicken so that I can follow the recipe, and I'll just add the chicken in once everything's in. So I've pre-cut all of my veggies. So I've got cauliflower, carrot, red capsicum, potato, and an onion. And I'm going to cook it in my electric wok, which is nice because I can put it right here on the bench. So I'll leave this recipe down below so that you guys can make it as well. It's honestly amazing. So I'm pretty sure what we do first, so I'm gonna turn my wok on, have it on for 3 tablespoons of coconut oil. I like this because 1, it's extra coconutty, 2, have a good source of fat. So once this heats up, we're just going to cook the onion until it's soft. Alright, next up we put in all the potatoes and the capsicum and fry that for 3 minutes. And then the next step is to like add everything in. So I'm gonna get all of that ready now because this only has like 2 minutes left. Okay, time to put everything in now. So I'm gonna start with the cans because that's just like the easiest thing to quickly chuck in to stop everything like frying in the pan. So we're putting in 2 cans of coconut milk and a can of diced tomatoes. You put it in, turn it down a little bit. By the way, this is gonna make so much food, like literally so much food. So prepare to have food for like the whole week. It's 2 cups of stock. So I just put the water in and then I just put the stock in separate because I'm lazy. 4 cloves of garlic. I just kind of do like 1 teaspoon as 1 clove, and then 2 tablespoons of minced ginger. So I'm just gonna YOLO it. Alright, and then my curry powder. This is the 5 taste one. This one's like fine. I only got this because the one I normally get's not there. If I'm making red curry, I get the Valcom one. If I'm making green curry, I get the Ion one. Alright, I'm gonna like really carefully mix this all together because it's so friggin' full. And then we've got to bring it to the boil. Okay, this is boiling now, so I'm gonna add the cauliflower. So I've got half a cauliflower. Gonna add it in and then we're gonna turn it down to like a low heat and simmer it for 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, that has cooked for 8 minutes now. So now we're gonna add the carrots on top and then I'm gonna add the chicken as well. Now, as I mentioned, this recipe is meant to be vegan. It isn't meant to have chicken in it. So you can add chicken, you can just make the recipe as is, you can add tofu, like literally just do whatever you want. I'm adding about 700 grams of chicken and oh boy, this is full. This is literally so much food. Okay, and I'm cooking some rice in the background now. I thought I had some left over in the fridge, but we ate it all, so that's on the stove. This is just gonna boil for 5 more minutes, and all you gotta do is put in the spinach and then put in like the finishing sauces, and then we are done. All right, now I'm adding the spinach in. This is like a 60-gram bag of spinach from Woolies. Again, waste of plastic. I'm gradually getting better and better with my plastic use. It's just little steps at a time. That needs to wilt, and then we're gonna add in fish sauce, lime juice, and then sugar. I use this unrefined coconut sugar. You can get this from Woolies as well. It's the Macro brand. I always use this instead of normal sugar now. It's unrefined. It's a much better alternative to sugar for you. I just shove the spinach in there so it wilts. Okay, JK, this recipe doesn't actually have any sugar in it. I didn't realize. Most curry recipes do have sugar, so if you do ever make curry or anything else with sugar in it, I recommend that sugar. And then fish sauces, fish sauce to taste. I freaking love fish sauce. Yeah, this is the one I get, by the way. It's like the Squid brand fish sauce. This is my favorite one. Alright, I think I'm gonna do like 2.5 because I love my fish sauce. Now I'm just going to mix this all in, kind of let it boil for like a couple more minutes, and then we'll be done. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to go eat this, and I'm going to love it because it's one of my favorite meals. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want me to do any more videos like this. Subscribe to my channel, and thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time.